Are you ready?
Ready.
All right, let's go. Kevin here, top 1 financial advisor and best-selling author. We are here to talk about the stock market. This was a good week. This was a really good week. The stock market had a positive week for the first time in 7 weeks, and this was the best week since November 2020. Not 2021, 2020. This has been a long time coming. Now, here's what you need to know as an investor and some things that you might want to consider. Number one, while I am excited because I'm on camera right now, my demeanor is actually the same. This does not change my investing process, nor should it change yours. What you don't want to fall into is a trap of being overexcited when the market is up like it is right now, or being overly pessimistic when the market is down. I don't know what is going to happen next week, and I'm not here to say that this is the bottom and the market from this point forward is going to be positive. It would be great if it were, but there's no guarantee. And what I'm not going to do is fall into a trap of thinking this week was the best week ever and everything is going to be like this week moving forward. So I'm going to go all in on Tuesday because the market is closed on Monday and hope for the best. That's not the approach I would take. Just as when the market was down, my approach was not to sell everything and go and hide into a corner when things get better. But that also tells us another lesson. This is why you don't go hide in the corner, and it's why it's so difficult for people to get out of the market and then get into the market at the right times. And while the stock market as a whole is still down 13% for the year, this took us, remember last week, at the end of last week, we were close to bear market territory. Did a video about that. We were down 18%. We briefly touched 20 and came just a bit off that. And now we've had a 5% swing in just 1 week. If you sold out of everything, you didn't get back in, and you couldn't time things right, you missed this week. And this week can really help your returns. Because again, you sold out last Friday. Just as an average investor, you lost 18%. Now, if you waited this week, you saved yourself 5% and you would have lost 13 as a whole. There is no telling how many more good weeks like this are going to happen between now and the end of the year, and vice versa. We don't know how many bad weeks there are either. The thing is to remain calm and stay right in the middle and follow your process. Today, I did the same thing as I always do. I went through my portfolio, decided what I wanted to DCA in. I bought 1, maybe 2 stocks, and that was it. And next Friday, I'll go back and look and see what I want to put more money into. I'm going to go and do that. And my process is not going to change based on how the market is going. I'm also not going to look at this week and say, oh, this is the reason I'm going to keep Amazon. This is the reason I'm going to keep Target or what have you. You don't want to take these snapshots and make long-term decisions. Come June, when I'm ready to make any adjustments to my portfolio, I'm going to take the entire year into context. I'm going to take the entire from June of 2022 to June of 2021 and take everything into context, read everything I can, and make an informed decision. You don't want to be a prisoner of the moment in good times or bad times, and that is really the key lesson here. Now, the other reasons as to why this was occurring, because I think it's important to understand what was going on and why. A part of it was Ulta, that's the beauty company, and again, sometimes the market just moves with whatever earnings kind of tells us to go. But Ulta is a beauty firm, makeup, stuff like that, and when those pretty much consumer defensive stocks do well, it says, look, if people are still spending money on makeup and stuff, then y'all got money. If y'all got money, we're not going into recession. That's the super boiled down way of looking at it. The other thing is we got some CPI numbers, Consumer Price Index. And they have different versions and flavors of it, so I'll give you the exact one here. It was the Core Personal Consumption Expenditures Price Index. I know it's long. It's basically how are we spending as individual consumers and how is that moving and changing. So from last month, basically somewhat of personal inflation. Inflation rose 4.9% compared to 5.2% in the previous month. So you had 5.2% prices were increasing on individual consumers. Now it's dropping down to 4.9. That is a positive sign that this interest rate increase I've been telling y'all about this whole time is starting to slow down inflation. That was another reason why the market was up. Now again, does this mean that this right now is the bottom? Does this mean that the rest of the market is going to take off? I don't have a crystal ball. I can't really tell you that. There's a lot of things still out there that can swing the market in wild directions, right? We still got midterms. You still got Russia and Ukraine. And you still have God knows what else is out there, because And I've said this a bunch of times too. Since the beginning of this year, nobody thought the Russian-Ukraine conflict would have even occurred. That's not something that was on the bingo card, and that is the primary driver of rising fuel costs, which is one of the primary drivers for inflation on us and on companies who ship things too. So there are unknowns here. So I'm not going to get I'm not going to get overly positive or overly negative on this week. I like this week. I would like more of these weeks to happen. If this is the bottom, that would be great. I would welcome that. But if it's not, I'm gonna keep the same energy, right? Nothing's gonna change over here. I will be investing on Friday like I always do. I will be changing up my investments, or I should rather say I will take a look at my investments in June, probably I think usually around the end of June, and decide to make some changes there. We'll see what changes I will make. At this point in time, it's up in the air because, again, almost, not all, almost everything is down. I will probably get like an American Express or something. I'm really starting to like that company a bit more. We'll see what I do around energy. I'm not too keen on that. We'll see. And that's really about it. That's really about it. And we'll see who we get rid of. Will I get rid of an Amazon? I don't know. Will I keep Target even though it's down? Will I get rid of it? We'll see. But I'm collecting all the information, and we'll make a decision in June. The process stays the same. You do not want your emotions to dictate your financial decisions. If you had a plan going into it, stick with the plan and you ride out with that, because regardless of what the market is going to do now, next 6 months, next year, next 2 years, that's always going to change. You have to manage your emotion. That is your job in this, is to either stick with something that you believe in, regardless of what's going on, or have a good evaluation process, because when you don't, you sell. And people who sold are looking real strange right now as to why the market had its best week since November 2020. All right, that is it for me. If you want to support the channel, you can do that by liking, subscribing, and asking a question that I can cover in the next coming week. I would love to do like a full Q&A video on Monday, because the market is closed on Monday. Reminder, the market is closed on Monday for Memorial Day. So would love to, package, 3 to 5 questions, put them together, do a video. That's what I like to do. The Amazon video is also under the community tab. You should be able to join there. Those are special membership only videos. And then we've got, I had a list here. Palantir I want to cover. I think it was Walmart and, was it Walmart and Costco or Walmart and Target? We want to do that video, but I got to sit down and like read all the stuff. So I want to make sure it's well researched and well worth your time. All right, that's it for me. Let me know what you think in the comments. All right.